a purpose. They're spirits, man. They're demonic spirits, and they have a purpose, and that whole purpose is to get you off of your purpose. Okay? So, that's one of the things that happens. It's like, man, I remember when me and PC got married, it's like I lived with a silver spoon in my mouth. Okay? I did. Not Cliff. So, it's like, I lived with a silver spoon in my mouth, and so when we got married, though, that spoon left, okay? It's like, I didn't even have a wooden spoon to eat out with. You know what I'm saying? And so, it's like, man, it's so, and that was the thing, fighting that spirit of poverty, okay? It was real, you know what I mean? It's like, I remember, it's like, man, here I am. I was pregnant. I was so hot. I remember being so hot, It's like in June and July, I would be walking around in Pastor Cedric's boxer shorts. That's what I'm saying. You see, when lack comes, what happens? You begin to settle. It starts hitting you. And you get this, I can't do it. Why is this happening to me? Guilt and shame would try to attack me, trying to tell me that I was in the wrong place when I knew I heard God that I was supposed to marry this man. You know what I'm saying? But it would be like all this, I told you so, all this would start coming. And so then when lack tries to come, when it would be to where I knew that I had heard God, and that was the thing. That's what I held on to. God, I know I heard your voice, so you have to provide it. But that spirit would just constantly be trying to attack, that victim mentality of, I can't do this, somebody's going to have to help me. And that's just the thing, is that being 1,500 miles away from my family, and I know that was God. For we were away from both of our families. It was just us. You know what I'm saying? Some of you guys thinking you got it rough, but you're still dealing with, you've got the government helping you, you got your family helping you. We didn't have any of that. It was like when we left, when we made that decision, you see, because not everybody goes for the black and white thing. We made that decision. No, this is what God told us to do. We got married, and it was just us two. That was it. And thank God that he took us away from our family, told us to leave our family, because otherwise we'd have probably run back and said, I can't do it. You know what I mean? I need help. And it took everything to not call mom and dad and say, you were right. Can you send me some money? You know what I'm saying? That wasn't happening. God always provided. He always provided. But you have to fight that mind for that mindset. It's like you just have to realize, because this is what will attack. You won't have a drive. When poverty's trying to hit, when lack's trying to hit, what ends up happening? It tries to steal your drive. It tries to no stewardship. You stop taking care of the things you do got because you start being unthankful for what you got. Oh, well, I live in a cruddy house anyway, so I'm not going to bother mowing the yard. It's not mine. You get a rental car. It might be your car, but you don't like your car, so you throw pizza boxes in it. You throw chicken bones out on the street. It's to where, you know what I mean? Well, whatever. Somebody else will get it. You don't know. They don't know what I deal with. You know what I'm saying? And dealing with this. No leadership. You don't put yourself under anybody to where you can learn how to escalate. That's what comes with this ghetto mentality. Okay? It's I don't nobody can tell me anything. You just, lots of times people be looking for a handout. Just, give me something. Just give me something. And the problem is they'll give you something, and 10 days later you'll still be in lack again. You've seen it. You've seen people. Now, let me tell you something, man. You don't have to live in the ghetto to have a ghetto mindset. All right? I have gone into some houses, $1 million houses. Man, I remember in New Orleans going into this house, and it was just like, what in the world? What happened? How in the world did they even get this? You know what I'm saying? This had to be inherited or something. And I remember my dad telling me, he says, Shorty, he goes, when people inherit money, they don't keep it long. Unless they're taught good values and how to take care of it. Because they don't have the mindset. They don't have the knowledge. They don't have the thankfulness. Lots of times sometimes when things are just given to you, then you expect more. You know what I'm saying? You're not thankful to where you become a good steward of what you have. And so, I want to read a couple of scriptures to you. It says, in Proverbs 14:23, it says, all hard work brings a profit, but mere talk leads only to poverty. You can talk all you want. You can talk about how many meals you're going to have. You can talk about how you're going to be rolling in the bins. You can do all that stuff. But if you ain't putting no work behind it, you ain't going to be seeing the green. You see what I'm saying? It's all going to be talk. Nobody's going to be listening to you because they're going to say, oh, he's just full of it. He's just a big talker. You know what I'm saying? The rich man's wealth is his fortress. The ruin of the poor is their poverty. It's mindset. It's mindset, okay? It's the foundation. You can't settle for the dirty dishes in the sink, the grass growing on the side. You can't settle for, throwing the trash on the ground. You don't let your kids throw trash on the ground. You make them clean up their room. When they go and they've got, chocolate pudding on their hands and start walking across the wall. You say, what are you doing? What are you doing? Now. Jesus gave us that. We take care of it. You want more? Take care of it. You want more toys? Take care of the toys you got. Okay? You want a bigger house? Take care of the little one you got. Okay? We're practical here. I want to read you another one. Proverbs 30:21 and 22 says, under 3 things the earth trembles, under 4 it cannot bear up. A servant who becomes king, a godless fool who gets plenty to eat. Okay? It says a servant who becomes a king. Now I want to explain this to you, because a servant is born into insignificance. Okay? He thinks that my life doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? He's used to that mentality. It doesn't matter if I show up late. I'm insignificant anyway. My opinions don't matter. It's not going to matter if I show up. I'm not that valuable. You know what I'm saying? And so what ends up happening is that when he becomes king, he still has that same mentality. And even though he is valuable to the entire kingdom, he has this mindset that my opinions don't matter. The decisions I make, they don't cost anything. And so what ends up happening, it leads to the destruction of the kingdom and the people in it. See what I'm saying? And so you can't walk around with that mindset. People, we are not servants, we are kings. We are kings. And we have to walk, we cannot afford to walk around like we are insignificant. Like my life has no value. Your life is very valuable. Do you understand, Kim, do you understand how many people you impact by the people that you're around, and how the things that you say, the decisions that you make, not only your family, but the people, your coworkers, you know what I'm saying? Ivan, people that rap with you, all this type. Same thing with Dawn, Erica, Pearl, it's like all of you guys, every single one of us are so valuable and significant to the people we come across. You can even come across strangers and make an impact in their life, making them realize they're valuable. Because when you realize how valuable you are, you bring value on the scene. You bring value to others. You make things valuable. How do you know this? Let's just think about this. You know what? You can go to Payless Shoes today and find you a pair of $20 Bobos. I don't know, tennis shoes. Okay, $20, right? If Prince Harry went in there and just tried on that $20 pair of shoes, how much do you think they'd be worth? All it would take is that manager saying, you don't know who came into my store today. I'm going to auction them off. And they're going to go for millions, hundreds of thousands at least. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because he brought value to them. He brought value to them. So this is the thing. It's like, man, loving yourself is key for a prosperous life. You have to know how valuable you are to Daddy God. Because when you know how valuable you are, then all of a sudden you believe how valuable you are, and you're going to start treating things like they have value. This PC and I you know how when you go and you say somebody's name, or when you talk about yourselves, you kind of have ideas. What do you think about when you think about yourself? And I have to say this, when me and PC, when thinking of us as a team. You know how you have a brand? I believe this is our brand. Is that whatever we get, we're going to make it better. Okay? I'm not trying to be cocky. That's just what we live by. You know what I'm saying? Look, man, we have been given some cruddy things. You know what I'm saying? But when we get done, they ain't cruddy no more. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because we get knowledge. We start finding out how to do this. You know what I'm saying? It's like we can get a house. I remember we got an apartment. I'm going to sit down after this. We got an apartment. And it was in New Orleans. And now, an apartment, it's not yours. You don't own it. You know what I'm saying? Well, we got that thing, and we treated it like we owned it. Okay? We went and we took the countertop. We asked them. We called the management. We're like, this countertop's got stains all over it. Somebody's put their hot pot on it, and it's, would you mind if we, change that out? And they're like, no, go ahead. Raise the profit for me, no problem. So we went and we did it, man. We went and painted the walls. We went and did all this stuff. Do you know that when we left that apartment, now mind you, this doesn't happen very often. When we left that apartment, they gave us our deposit back plus $200 extra. Because what we do, we increased the value of the apartment. You see what I'm saying? But that wasn't anything, $200 extra. That's really not that much. It's nothing compared to what God gave us. He gave us our brand new house. You see what I'm saying? And so, I want to leave this with you is that when you begin to value yourself, then that's when you're going to start bringing value to other things. Like I say, you can live in the ghetto and have a prosperous mindset. Okay? You're not going to be in that ghetto for long. Amen? Praise God.
I like that part where it says, let it go. Let it go. It reminds me when I began to pray to God about my job. I think I was there about 3 years, and now I've been there going on 31 years. I was there about 3 years. I said, God, I want to increase, because remember I was hungry for God. And I wanted more in life, and I say I want to increase in this. And then the promotion came close to 10 years later, where they promoted me to. I had learned everything. They promoted me to the lab to learn the lab. And they send the guy, Stephen Carney, and he's big. He's a big time guy. He come in and they say, Steve's gonna be training you. Steve Carney came in there. He said, hey Charles, he's a nice guy. He said, come on, let's go to the lab. I wasn't scared of that. I really wasn't scared. We go into the lab and he opened his book. I mean, he had a book about like this big. He opened that book up and he began to go into things. And as he was telling me about something, I said, yeah, and I got that. But all I had to do is do this right this or this. He said, okay. And so we went to something else, and he began to tell me that. I said, yeah, but if you do it like this, it will still probably come out with the same thing. He walked over there, and he closed his book, and he began to walk out the door. I said, where you going, Steve? He said, I come to train you, not you train me. Meaning, he come to change my mindset, not for me to change his mindset. I'm going somewhere with this, because this is the problem. Letting go to get it, it's a changed mindset. People get insulted if they call ghetto, even though they act ghetto. We got to remind ourselves now. This goes way back from how we was raised, our mindset. Whatever household you was at, that's where your mindset gonna be. And if you stay with that same mindset, you're never gonna grow. I don't want Jeremiah and Raven to stay the same mindset I am. They should expand their thinking. Okay? Just like I'm doing. I wouldn't be dressing like I dress now. I wouldn't expand my thinking. I still been wearing baggy jeans, probably outdated shirts, thinking it was okay. Anything you give me, baby, I'm all right with that. But I realized I have to think bigger than that. So I got around the right people who thought bigger. But the thing is, when them people you get around, they begin to tell you things, and you don't like it, you get mad, and you go back to what you usually do. Remember, I'm talking about letting go. That's just the key thing, letting go. Because then when people trying to tell you to be better, the first thing you say is, they judging me. Come on, y'all. We got to stop all this with the judgment thing. I'm going to tell you where you at. If you think I'm judging you, that's a problem you have. You judging yourself. I'm just telling you, you ghetto right now. And you know you really ghetto, but you just don't like the idea I'm calling you. I'm saying you ghetto. Judgment is I can come and make a final decision on you. That's just it. You're going to always be ghetto. If I say that, I'm judging you. But when I come to you and I say, you're ghetto right now, but this is what we can do. We can stop, clean up your yard, paint your house. I'm not telling you you're going to stay ghetto right now. I'm saying right now, you got the mindset of being ghetto because the way you was raised. You get what I'm saying? Now, I love what Pastor Didi say because I done seen people who got money, all of a sudden got money, big time money. They go buy a big old fine house, but guess what? Their mindset had not yet changed. So guess what? They turn that house like it's a ghetto house. Oh, come on, y'all. Y'all don't like to talk about this. But this is what the church should be talking about. You know what I'm saying? This is what we should be talking about. And I'm telling you, because if you're going to put a nice house in a nice suburban neighborhood and you got that ghetto mindset, you can mess up everybody else's neighborhood up. The value would go down, but people don't want to talk about that. Oh, you're going to hurt their feelings. You're going to hurt their feelings. That's the problem. Christians don't want to grow. Christians sitting at home right now because somebody told them you need to change. You have to get on mindset. You can't let go drugs. You can't let go alcohol. You can't let go. And they get mad because you judging me. No, they not. They telling the truth. That stuff would kill you. They love you enough to tell you that you have to change your mindset. But it goes all the way back to the Bible. The Bible says once you get born again, you no longer can be conformed to this world, but you must be transformed by the renewing of your mind. So they're not trying to hurt your feelings. I told somebody the other day, get off your feelings. Feeling will direct you in the wrong direction. When Steve was walking toward the door, he told me, he said, I come to train you, not you to train me. You know what I quickly did? I apologize, sir. I'm ready to learn. I keep my mouth closed. And me and him, the best friend now, he talks about me everywhere he go because I learned to submit. I learned to change. I learned to not, let's say, you know more than I do in this area. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. The disciples had to do that. They had to submit unto Jesus, say, you know more than me. But young people nowadays, they think they know more than the parents. I have to get Jeremiah to say that. You would never know more than me. Until I die, you might know more than me. I doubt it because I'll be in heaven learn more than. That's why I'm the daddy and you the son. I know. And I ain't talking about experience. I know based on the Holy Ghost teaching me and making me grow and developing my mind. We shouldn't want to be the same way. I walked in somebody's house and I think, some people want to grow. I went in, I didn't play it. I say, the wall's dirty, need to be painted. Floor all tore up, it need to get done. They say, tell me more. Some of you, when I left the house here, how he have the nerve to come walk in my house and tell me my house needs to be fixed. He ain't giving me no money. This is why God pulled Abraham from people like that. He told him, come from among them. They don't want to change. Come and walk with me. I want to take you to a place that people want to change. I'm going to change you, and you're going to be surrounded by people who want to change. He did the same thing with Moses. Moses left. He came to Moses' life, began to change Moses. Moses began to think he didn't have the audacity to talk to people because he studied. But God changed that. He began to talk clearly more and more. When you walk with God and you change your mindset, you begin to do things you never thought you would do. Now, Pastor said something good Wednesday, and this is an honest truth. This is an honest truth. He said, I am hard on men. I am hard on men. Because let me tell you, I cannot deal with emotional men. Really, y'all be honest, he really can't either. He just tolerated more than I do. I can't tolerate it because I think you can get over your feelings. It's nothing wrong to having emotion feelings. But when it's time to make a decision, you can't be whining and crying when a decision needs to be made. Yeah. God has equipped you to make a decision. Make the decision. If you come short, live with it. Just don't make it over again. I'm talking to some men here today. I see men get all emotional. Oh, my girl won't act right. And now you walk around, everybody knows. Oh, his girlfriend must be mad. He's mad with his girlfriend. Because everybody know you're emotional. That's to let go to Ghetto. I'm not talking because y'all thought I was going to come here and talk about money, did y'all? Y'all did. Y'all thought I was coming out. But for you, if you do what I'm telling you to do, money will come to you. It will overflow you. I told you when I got born again, God had a quick conversation. I do not want to be broke like them Christians I was raised up with, talked all that noise, MJ, and talking about how good God was. Well, when they left church, they was dealing with poverty. They was dealing with sickness. They was always dealing with loneliness. They was dealing with depression. I said, I don't want that. If it's living for you, it's all about that. I don't want it. God said, walk with me. I began to walk with God. God began to show me. All them people live lies. And I wasn't going to be fake. When I stand up in church and say, God, you good? God is good. In the morning, in the evening, in the middle of the night, I am blessed. See, y'all just sing the song. I live the song. I live that song. Because I learned to let go. My mama taught me some good things, but all things she taught me wasn't good. My auntie taught me some good things. All what she taught me wasn't good, though. Wasn't for God. My daddy, my papa, my mama, my grandma, my BB, my my all them names y'all love so much. You go to the grave site to look over them every time. They dead and gone. All that stuff they told you is not always God's way. And you got to learn to let it go. Because the Bible could say, look here, be led by the Spirit. Meaning walk with him. That's what he desired. Jesus desired a relationship. Walking with him, talking with him, not just sitting in the chair singing to him. He wants you to listen to him and do what he's telling you to do so you can make impact other people's life. It ain't just about your life, it's about other people's life too. Let's let go to Ghetto. Amen?
You know, as I listen to the message, it is very powerful and it makes you think. What is my thought pattern? Have I went from ghetto to riches to ghetto to a low-level thinking still? I just want to talk about the situation that happened with me and my sister. We wanted to build a little room on the back of my mom's house for us to hang out, to sit in the back. All right, so they had a guy to come and all of us gave money and we got the little thing did on the back. Well, when I got over there, I looked, I said, this is ghetto. It is nigger free. Point blank. That is just how I said it. You could see the nails coming out it's negative mind thinking. A nigga, somebody, we gotta change our thinking. So this is where we going. I like things done in excellence. You ain't gonna see me half-stepping. I don't do that. And because my mindset has changed, my daddy don't let me half-step. He don't let me go half-cocked nowhere. You ain't gonna catch me in the grocery store half-cocked just because I'm running in to get some toothpaste. I ain't gonna look toe up from the floor up. You ain't gonna catch that. Not that I'm trying to impress people. I know how my daddy look at me. I can't win you over if I'm toe up. So you got to think like that. So I asked my sister, I said, I need his phone number. They was like, oh, Lord. I got his phone number. I told him, this ain't right. You need to come back and fix this. They kept looking, saying, you right. Then it rained and it started leaking. So I knew I was right. But if you don't change your mindset, you'll start thinking that's the best. We added on a little thing. That ain't good enough. We represent a king. When we walk back there and we want to hang out, we want to hang out in style. I don't want to be wet if it's raining. I'm coming to relax at my mom's house. And so I'm going to take care of my mama house like it's my house. And I'm saying, if you looking at your family members and you looking down on them and you not trying to help them, your mindset ain't changed. Your mindset is to change them from one level to the next. They gonna ask you, how did y'all do that? How did y'all pay off everything? How y'all got that house? I was 2 Saturdays ago, Pastor Tex came to the house. I was out shopping. Pastor Charles called and said, PC, won't you? I said, right now? He said, right now. I stopped what I was doing and I got to my house. His words are important to me because whatever he getting ready to share with us, getting ready to take us to the next level. And so it ain't about what I want because, you know, I like to shop. So I could have said, the pastor's going to have to wait. I'm doing me right now. No, I got in my truck. I went home and I listened to what he said and I started doing what he said in the house. He all in the closet. Pastor Sheena, they don't do that no more. All them jeans you got hanging up there, they don't do that no more. You need to get rid of some of that, which I had been getting rid of stuff. But he went back and he said, you need to be getting rid of some stuff. Where in my mindset is, I keep buying because I'm used to going to work dressed up. I'm used to coming to church dressed up. My mindset is buying clothes so I can have stuff for work, church. That's how I was thinking. But I work from home a week and I work my job a week. So you don't need all that stuff you was buying. But you steady buying it. Give it to somebody. So he came home. I was cleaning out my drawers and he was like, where you gonna put that stuff? I don't know. But it got to come out the drawer. I got to do what he told me. I'm working on something. So if I got to haul it all up and take it to Goodwill, somebody gonna get it. But I got to get rid of it so God can take me to the next place. Sometimes we hold on to stuff because we think, oh, I need that. That's good for me. I can still wear that. Where God telling you, let that go. PC asked me a question. He said, you ain't a hoarder, are you? No, I don't think so, Pastor. You got some stuff you need to get rid of. And now I'm talking about some stuff in your life that has stopped you from getting what God has already told you was yours. You know, my little niece not here, but I read her post. She said, I'm scared to believe for a house. No, you ain't scared to believe for no house because God already got that for you. You just got to change your mindset to thank God for the things he's already given us. See, they keep telling us you can rent all your life. You ain't got to get no house. Why would you want to do that? When he want to give you a house with rooms where you might have to help somebody else get to the next level. You never know how people are watching Global Impact. They watching us. All eyes on us. I was invited over to some friends' house Thursday night, and I mean they live in large by their pool. Dawn and Victoria got a beautiful pool. Lights. Just a place you can chill out. When I walk back there, I say, this is beautiful. Good place you can relax. Got the fence up. I say, now your neighbor can't look over and be pointing. Can't even see in your yard. But it's just awesome because if you know a person of how it was in the backyard and you go see what God has done, then you'll say, well, why you brag? I'm bragging on what God doing in their life. Because they're obedient to what God is telling them to do. That's changing your mindset. You go to people's houses and you get excited. Not jealous, not trying to be like them, not trying to go get a pool. I'm just excited that God is moving in the house. He's taking us from one level to the next because our mindsets have been changed. Amen?
Yeah, this has been so good today. Man, thank y'all, brother. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Then all right. Yeah. Thank y'all so much. I want to say this, man, and I'm going to get out the way. Really, it's just been so good that you ain't got to work today, huh? So it's just a blessing to see God move and do some things in it. I want to struggle Pastor D was talking about when he was younger, it wasn't just from the issue, the things around us. It was with my mindset. She would have to challenge, say, nah, that's not the way you think, sis. And I go, we got to look out for myself. Ain't nobody going to look out for you. I can't trust nobody. That kind of thinking, say crazy stuff out your mouth. Well, you can't trust people. What's wrong? Oh, you can't. No, I don't depend on nobody. Nobody going to be. I had a poverty mindset. Hate caused you to have a poverty mindset. When you walk in hate, it keeps you at the low level. Like Pastor Sheena said that word earlier, nigga. Nigga is a mindset. That's where it means low-level thinking. So when you're thinking low about people, taking it off of you now, when you're thinking low about people, it stops you from having an increase of mind. Catch a person that mind is set to increase, he's walking in love. If you walk in love, check this out, if you stay walking in love, it will develop you quick and fast. I learned this it was the best thing I did when I first got saved. I said, I don't want to know nothing about your money, your joy, your power, your strength. I just want to know what makes you you, God. I don't want to know about how strong you are. I don't want to know how your hand moves, how you do this and people get healed. I don't want to know how Jesus walked on water. I don't want to know none of that. Just tell me who you are, and I'll understand all of that. I had to find out who he was. And when I found out who he was, that changed my life. I began to say, man, my love for people popped up. A person that was selfish began to want to help people. Man, I ain't never in my life wanted. Y'all know, you know why I left Alexandria when I was a young pastor? Y'all know we had people. You know why I left? Why, Pastor? I left because one of the things was so bad was that I was selfish. I wanted to change my life. I ain't thinking about nobody but me. I wasn't going nowhere, wasn't thinking about going nowhere. Probably end up in prison. And come from a law enforcement family, still end up in prison. I got protected because of my dad being a police officer. How did y'all know that? I steal your mama out of stuff. I'll be talking to you thinking about how I'm going to rob your mom. I'll be looking at you thinking about how I'm going to take your money off of you. Pastor Charles, my brother, listen. And I say this all the time. Pastor Charles was good in saving his money, always been responsible. He grew up being a responsible brother in the relationship. And I say Levin about the next thing to him. Me, nah. Pastor Charles leave, I look out the window to see when he was leaving. He get in his 98, drive out, but you got to wait because he'll come back around. Because he would go to work, he'll forget something, he'll come back up. So I had to wait till he go all the way to the corner. Then I go to the other window, look out that window. I can remember that like yesterday. He gone. I'm taking the money from under the mat, and I'm counting the money. That's 20. That's another 20. I'm going to get another. He going to recognize that. Let me put that 20 back. Oh, y'all looking at me, Pastor, you was nasty too. Quit acting like you was nasty. You was nasty. You were busy watching that freaky shows, and I was busy looking for money. Don't trip. So I'm counting. I'm getting this money. Now my brother would come under the mattress, and I say, look here. He ain't gonna. I'm gonna blame it on my mama. My mama would go under there and get hers too. So Pastor Charles come back and raise the mattress and look for his money. He'd be looking, and he said, Pastor Charles always knew where his money. Now he would have like 5,000. 8,000. You have some money up in there. And I look and he go back, and I say, now I know he's lying. He can't count. He don't remember all that. Yes, he did. He'll come back, Mama, Cedric been in got some of my money. And I say, you lying, you fat thing. I ain't take none of your money. Pastor, I'm telling the truth. Tell the truth. Stand up, Pastor. Stand up. They think I'm not telling the truth. I'm telling it exactly like it is. Nod your head, yes or no, right here. Every time I say something about what I say, you lying, you fat thing, you Pastor Charles, you be trouble, and I'll be mean. And I was all about getting the money. You know what I want to get the money for? To go eat, buy bubble gum, cookies, walk around my friend. You ain't got no money, huh? Come on, I'll take you and get something. Off his money. And then I had one thing in the back of my pocket, my little fifth in my back pocket, vodka in my back pocket. And then if somebody come around, they come around to hide it because they're gonna tell Mama. I know he would tell Mama everything. He'd tell Mama if the sun came down, he'd tell his Mama. Mama, Cedric did this. And boy, you'd be good. Is that right? He know it. And look. I came to a point in my life, I said, I have to have change. I cannot stay this way. I'm never going to do nothing with my life. When I walk down the street, I would always ask Dad, why I'm here? What's the purpose? I'm not Dad. I would say, God, why I'm here? Because because I ain't had no revelation about my dad. Because he wasn't my dad. Let me say that again. He wasn't my dad. And I wasn't accepting him like that. I had bitterness. My dad died for a young age. I wouldn't go talk to him like he's my dad. Heck no. I say, God, what is I'm here for? What's my purpose? Why I'm on this planet? I'm looking at things. I'm like here, just existing, not living. I'm just here. And look, he said, look here. I want you to go to college. I want you to get away. I popped up on them. Okay? And said, I'm leaving. I'm going to school, Mom. And I went to Northeast University. And I went from Northeast University, I went to Barter College, the fashion design school. I said, I'm going to leave. I'm going to that school. That's where I met Didi. And when I went to that school, it's a different mindset. I don't know God, but I knew their mindset was different. They would talk about stuff like this when it's time to go home. They go, oh, my dad's sitting in the plane, and we flying here. Oh, yeah, you catching? Yeah, I'm leaving. And they all catching plane. They say, Cedric, how you? She laughing, too, because she was one of them. Cedric, how you getting home? I'm catching the Greyhound bus. I was saying, you so silly. You so silly, Cedric. You so silly. How you really getting home? I'm catching a Greyhound bus. Broke his Cooter Brown, and it cost me, what, $40-something back then, $50-something? Guess where I got the money from? Pastor, send me some money, send me some money. You better send me some money right now. I'm telling you, man, don't be tripping. Said, I'm going to send you something. Do I not get mad? He didn't send me no money. I hang up the phone. I was so selfish. Hang up the phone on him. He didn't send me no money. Then he'll call me back. Okay, boy, I'm sending you some money. Back then they called it, what, they wire it? They wired it back then. And he said, I'm sending it to you. Go and get it. And look, I was so consumed with self. I smell it still in the room. I can smell it. Listen, what keeps you in poverty is selfishness. And selfishness is hate. And if you can say one thing or do one thing, and say, Dad, I don't want to hate no more. I just want to walk in love. When I learned how to walk in love, I didn't walk in love for myself. I walked in love for some other people. Listen, I started looking out, how can I help people? How can I bless people? Before I even had, I have $20 to get my last $20. I started doing crazy stuff like that. It'd be $50, I give it all. Diddy said, you just got that. I give it all. Y'all think I'm like that now, but I was like that when I ain't had nothing. That's why I get more now, because I was willing to let go of that back then with the small. Remember, you do it with the small, you can handle the big. You do it with the small, you can handle the big. You do it with the small, you can handle the big. Man, I got to stop. I have to stop, y'all. We're on a time thing. There's something Pastor Diddy I want to do today. I have to stop. I want to apologize to you. But it's such a good word today. You don't need me to finish this. Can y'all give them a hand today? Amen.